everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. It's a fresh start throughout the league here in Week 1 as these two teams have high hopes for the season ahead. It's the Vikings going up against the Bears. With that, let's call in our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis, with this opening week match.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. An early season tilt, and when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, and I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game, there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They pass the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes Diggs. Oh, little 360. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the former Louisville Cardinal, Teddy Bridgewater.
To me, the best part of Teddy Bridgewater's game is his decision-making. Very smart, loves to watch the game, loves to analyze it, and he does it so well, he takes care of the football and keeps his team in good spots.
The first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And incomplete to open things up. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. The starters now on offense. And Stephon Diggs, our first chance to see him today.
Brandon, remember we had this conversation about how highly recruited he was in high school. Didn't quite live up to it in college due to some injuries. But, boy, has he hit the NFL like a bomb. Stephon Diggs, a crafty, mature route runner who can go the distance.
First carry for Amir Abdullah. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The starting 11 defensively for the Bears.
Kyle Fuller is one of those new breed, complete defensive backs. Eager to tackle, but a better cover man.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Play fake. Bridgewater. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
And now a first down following that long gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And Abdullah lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
They go with Abdullah again. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Yeah, I think the blitz there really disrupted the draw.
Yeah, and it's usually when you catch them in a blitz, the draw works pretty well. If you're the offensive coordinator right now, that's visor throwing time, isn't it? Because that's supposed to work in a big way.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. It'll be a gain of 9, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
You know, I always talk about when teams line up for long field goals that you should be in a safe defense.
Right.
But you're also in a position here where this is a makeable kick. So rushing it is also part of the strategy. Maybe they use their aggressiveness against them on that fake.
Yeah, with a low trajectory, they're coming in hot, trying to block it. And you're right, and obviously it worked out. A first down throw for Bridge. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
Following the penalty, Abdullah. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Now, that was impressive by the defense. They just got hit for a big pass play, and instead of rushing out and getting back deep to cover, they played their techniques, saw the run develop, and ran to it and made the play.
They go play action. Bridgewater. That is caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Their big-bodied receiver from 21 yards away. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
And he puts it through. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's polished off by a Viking score. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. 30. Touchdown, Chicago. Their dangerous wide receiver, 105 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, there you go. They gave up a score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bears defense gearing up as they take the field. And as looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Quan Alexander not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. They get 20 yards there on 3rd and 19, and an unlikely first down. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. The 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. A nickelback added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Incomplete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. So that'll do it for the first quarter as we kick off another season. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. First down, Bridgewater. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Off the play fake, Bridgewater looking deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's a bold strike right there, taking it downfield. They're putting some air on it. But how about the coverage? Able to get his hands across the receiver and bat the ball down.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. This is fielded at the 7. Tremendous return there, 39 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. One receiver to the left is Cooper.
Here we go. Red 18.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's brought down. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense.
All right, here we go.
Carr. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
So much of his game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th.
We ready? Red 18.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. And the play clock's running down. On 4th down, it's Howard. Give him 14 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Brandon, this is why play callers get the big bucks. This wasn't a 4th and inches call. You get into situations like 4th and 3, 4th and 4. You've got a tough decision to make. Very gutsy play here, and they pick up the 1st down.
Carr now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Talk about controlling the football and controlling the drive. And with runs like that, they'll continue to do exactly that.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a 1st down.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down.
All right, here we go. Wide and yank. Wide and yank.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Jordan Howard taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Bears have taken the lead. and they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Abdullah. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there, second down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it, rest of the game. And it does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tackling.
And the defenders know it, too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know what the rule is. First guy hold up the runner. Everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
And a nice gain at 21 yards.
All right, say it with me now. There are a lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty?
Yep.
Wiley? Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names?
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 yards on the pickup, and it'll be first down Vikings.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On first and 10, Bridgewater. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space?
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's third and goal. Third and goal for Bridgewater. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And Parkey's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
We ready? Hey, we're gonna rally.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. They run with Howard. Shreds the tackle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. And they're going to speed things up here.
All right, here we go.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Howard that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
To throw, it's Carr. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
We ready? Wide and yank.
The final shot here before half for Carr. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's caught inside the 35. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener, as we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA halftime report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Bears right now have a time of possession advantage, but it has not led them to taking control.
Hey, Charles, can you give me water? Jeez, Chuck, they cut off the halftime show again. Quicker than anticipated, ready for the start of the second half. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
All right, here we go.
To throw his car. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They do go for it. It's Carr. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. So nursing a slim lead, and that is the opposite of protecting that slim lead.
All I can think here is that head coach, he knows more about what's going on with his team than we do. He must know something's up. Either he has trouble with his punter, right? He's worried about his defense. There's an explanation in there that we're going to ask for after the game, because in this situation, I wouldn't have done that in normal circumstances, but maybe he thought my best opportunity is with my offense.
Yeah, interesting. Back in their own territory now. We'll see what transpires.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Again, it's Abdullah. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Here's Bridgewater. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
throw on second down. He's going to float this one deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot. Now, we all know that an offensive coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
All right, here we go. Wide and yank.
Carr now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
We ready? Baby, alert.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. On 3rd down, this is Howard. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
One receiver to the left is Cooper.
Red 18. Red 18. Go rally.
On first down, Carr looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this is caught. Touchdown, Chicago. Amari Cooper, 37 yards. And the Bears will extend their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got open things.
Back now at Soldier Field, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. A beautiful fake. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
2nd down, Bridgewater. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
The 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The defense in an enviable position here. The offense needs 13 yards. It's 3rd down. 3rd and long for Bridgewater. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Well, you're trailing. It's the fourth quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
When you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. He goes underneath to Abdullah. And he's eventually brought down, but not before he reaches the 39, just shy of the 40. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Leonard Floyd in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Bridgewater. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. 4th down. Bridgewater. And no, it's incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards on the pickup there, and the Bears are going to get a first.
When you got a big guy like that in your backfield who runs as a big man and breaks tackles, it is paramount for a defense to have extra defenders in his vicinity at all times. Because you got to figure he's going to break through the first guy. You're going to need tacklers 2, 3, 4 in order to get him down. Because if you don't, he can continue to run and run it really, really well.
On first, they go right back to Howard. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Old school defensive tackle play dictated just stood up and danced with the guy in front of you. And if a guy came near, tackle him. New school, you don't want to just dance. You want to get past him, get upfield, and make the play in the backfield. A big-time play there.
On the toss play, Howard. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jordan Howard, already his second touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And here comes Diggs. Oh, the spin. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
13 yards there on the pickup, and it'll be a Minnesota first down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Bridgewater now from the 50. Now a desperation throw deep. This is caught at the 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home.
He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 10 yards still left on second down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. Over the middle here to Rudolph. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. And he loses the football the second time. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Watch 88. Watch 88. Here we go. Ready.
Carr going to throw here. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And this belongs to the Vikings.
I know it's a phrase that sounds really cool, strip sack, but all we're talking about is getting to the guy, getting to the passer, making the tackle, making the play, but do a little bit extra, right? Stripping the ball out, working the arm free. That's become a big emphasis for all defenders.
Yeah, and as a defender with the emphasis, this is something that's practiced.
Practiced all the time. Taking the ball away, creating turnovers, that's really job one for any defense because that's how you win in today's NFL.
Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. Shakes off the sand. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the defense gets to the quarterback. Now the offense backed up on 2nd down. 2nd down, Bridgewater. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15th. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So here we go, a 3rd down after the 2nd down pass completion. One last shot now for Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp.